Hello. Oh, maybe I've actually messed my mic up, haven't I? I should really, I should really test that before I actually start. Anyway, welcome everybody. I hope everyone can hear me well. I think just a minute ago it wasn't quite as I should have had it, but I think it's all okay now. VWAP Fib, Johnny, Rayo, Jonathan, Anthony, AJ, welcome. Bit of a quiet one at the moment. We'll see. It's a bit late in the day. I'm looking at a big crypto market cap chart at the moment because that's interesting. It's had this shark pattern down into the 0.5, but yeah, let's have a look at Bitcoin. So it's pretty much done what we've been wanting Bitcoin to do so far, was just to take out these highs. We've had this move up from the lows. I'm still looking higher on this at the moment. Hello, Crypto Prince. Also, if anyone would like to join in on the stream today, it's one of those fairly chilled ones, but we'll yeah. How long have we got until candle close? Only just started the hour, so I've got an hour of this. All right. So, Crypto Prince, Johnny M. Cool, welcome. Alessio, Green Gal. Perfect time for the Aussies. Yeah. Yeah, it's not often that I do these late streams, so quite nice to be able to do one of these. And Anthony, yeah. So Rayo's just said in the chat, so I know it is October already in Australia, but we're working on UTC here. So although it is also October here in the UK now, and it has been for the last 9 minutes, we do not have our candle close for another 51 minutes. So we are waiting for that one. We'll just have a little look across the market. So I think that October is going to be a really, really fun month. I do. Yeah, September historically has always been the worst month for Bitcoin. So let's just have a look. I'm going to start this off just by doing the typical. Okay, let's have a look at a monthly chart on. Let's go on here. So here's Bitstamp. There's a lot of history there, and let's find our Septembers, and let's just see how bearish they have often been. So September 2012, pretty neutral. Okay, fair enough. September 13, you have a bit of a doji going on. Okay, I should probably just mark these with like an arrow or something. Let's just find. Is there a little arrow up? Yeah. So these are our Septembers. That one. That one. That one. I could probably just find an indicator that marks all the Septembers on the chart. But yeah, never mind. Not many more to go. September, correction month. September, correction month. September last year. On the year before. Almost. Red. I know that one's that one. Don't even need to look at it. And now we're looking at here, okay? So usually September candles are always pretty bad, okay? On Bitcoin, we've had 1, 2 green Septembers in Bitcoin's entire history. So since Bitcoin started trading, we've had 2 candles that haven't, and one of them was a doji. So was that even? No, actually one. The very first. Oh no, yeah, it is 2. One bullish month, one doji. Everything else has been a red month on September, and that's what we were always expecting. September is just going to be one of those months, so I'm sure everyone's kind of already aware of like what September has always been like. But historically, October has been the best. So although we've always had a bearish month going into September, you move that along. Okay, so you have October. Boop. Okay, October, big green candle. October not so good. October here, big green candle. October here, big green candle. October here, big green candle. October here, I mean, nothing. Green candle, big green candle, and now we're here. So I think this is going to be a really interesting month to come into, and the price is just set up perfectly for it. So I just wanted to start with that and just to go over just some of my thoughts for, yeah, what Q3 or Q4 has in store for us. So that would be, I guess, the bullish case. And what we also have from that is I do really like this on the total market cap. Okay, so we do have the shark harmonic that played out, and this is really perfect. So you have a shark harmonic, you come into your 1.13, which is exactly where you want to see a shark harmonic end up, with like a failed continuation. So you have that swing failure of the lows kind of thing. You come back in to test this level. You then have a move right up to the 886, again perfect on the shark, and then you do your bullish 5.0. Okay, so what this is looking for is continuation on this pattern, which will probably take us up towards the 1.618. So if we find where the 1.618 is up here, we're looking at a market cap overall on crypto, and this is just going off of this as all of crypto together. We're looking at like 3.5 trillion from where we were at 2.5 earlier on, as a pretty reasonable place for this to go as a target for this as a trade. So you would expect a move at least up to take the highs, but more than likely up to this 1.618, especially after we've had a nice ABCD correction after this. So your ABCD into this 0.5, and then you are looking for continuation upwards on that. So the crypto market cap as a whole looks really, really good. And the more that I look at this, the more that I think this is going to be like mainly alt driven. Okay, so we do have Bitcoin looking pretty good from, again, a technical perspective. You can draw those similar kind of patterns on here. Now obviously we've not come up to the 886 on here, so we've not really got that as a shark pattern playing out, but we do have a nice move into the, let's just add the 0.5 onto here. So we do have this nice move into our 0.5 on Bitcoin, which again is the level you're going to be wanting to hold. So I've gone over this quite a lot. This is a really important zone, this 42k to 40,500. It's always been an important zone, and it's been the zone that I've been accumulating long positions in. Now, that going alongside all of the fear and greed, like crypto just being generally really fearful, is making me pretty bullish for October. And I am positioned into long positions for October to play out. Now, there is a bearish side to this as well, but let's stick with the bullish case, and then I'll go over the bearish case in a minute. So this is kind of more lining up with the bullish case on all of this. Ethereum looking really good. The whole market just having these ABCD corrections into critical support. So you have obviously taking out the lows over here. That resets the market after like a kind of one. Well, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 extended fifth, taking out this 4 here. No, 3, 4 would be here, something along those lines, and getting this consolidation before we move up into. Is there a shark on this one as well? This might be the 886 as well. Let's just bring it up into here. So you do take these lows just about, you come up into your 886, and then you'd be looking for on Ethereum for this 0.5, which it's got, and then that gives us a target up here at around $5,500 if this does play out. So once again, that's pretty good. Actually, no, I'm talking nonsense. That gives us a target up around $6,000. So that's nice on Ethereum as well, having that move there. And then the other thing that I've been looking at a lot recently is, let's go back onto, we're looking at our total market cap, excluding Bitcoin. And then if you divide that by the price of Bitcoin, which is a really nice way of getting your, like a price point for your Bitcoin dominance. So we're looking at this as, in a way, what Bitcoin dominance is doing. Move that onto the log scale and just look where we are, okay? So this consolidation here, not yet taking out its all-time highs. So this is the alt still not outperforming Bitcoin anyway like they did in 2016, 2017, 2018. Okay, so you can see that we had this nice move up on Bitcoin that did happen through 2016 and 2017. Alts were just kind of in a range, just trading up and down against Bitcoin. And then really it was the year after that that things got very exciting. And we could be playing into that kind of idea where the rest of this quarter, we do see alts just go like pretty mental if they can break out of here. And then we continue this bullish market into 2022. So this is about as bullish as you could possibly get, seeing something like this and playing out. I don't even want to put this on the chart because it's going to look ridiculous. But playing out something. It's the wrong thing. So we're looking at this consolidation, and then you have this move up. And there you go. So you'd be looking at an alt market that just goes crazy. You'd be looking at Bitcoin dominance breaking down, but at the same time, this was the whole of the 2017 bull market that we have here. So Bitcoin went on its big bull run, its massive bull run in 2017, right? But the entire time was losing dominance against the alts. Now, we've not really seen, yeah, we've kind of seen it a little bit this year, but if you look on just how far this has gone down, it's almost like we're at this point here, so you can still expect a further move down. And it would just tie into all of that, that really, like, I was saying this to the crew earlier, it would be weird for a lot of the alts to put in so much innovation and development and stuff over the last 4 years and to not even be able to outpace Bitcoin. And we've seen like cases of that, Cardano, Ethereum, a lot of cases of that across the market, where, yeah, the alts just really haven't been performing in this year. It's been very much Bitcoin's year. So that's like the bullish case that I'm looking at the moment. So that could be one thing that we do have in store for Q4. And then I'm just going to present the bearish case, and then we'll just get into some normal TA. So we do obviously have to have a bearish case on this as well. And I do have an idea for that. And this is kind of just based off of this idea that looking on the log scale here, and there's a lot of stuff going on in this chart. Let me just clean this up. Cool. So you'd be looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you pull your fibs from this, you've had your fifth wave stopped at the 1.618, which is a failed fifth wave. You would be expecting this to get continuation through the 1.618. That would not be a very strong fifth wave, in which case you would be looking for this to take out 4. which has taken us back down to like $1,000. So that's crypto over. So the bearish case, if we do not go on a second half of this bull run here, I think that it's all over for crypto. That's how important I think October is. So, yeah, this, and again, I can throw up some more things on here. So what we had as our, basically the consolidation after the high was confirmed and before we went into a bull market, that first consolidation between the first bull run, the second bull run kind of thing was 450% higher than the previous all-time high. What we're sat at now is only 45% higher than the previous all-time high. Okay, so you're looking at a 10 times better performance if we're going into a bear market now. So you're starting this off of only basically 10% of what Bitcoin should reasonably be doing at that point. And that would, yeah, set you up for targets if we do fail to go on to a second wave of this bull run and to put in a fifth wave that's somewhere up here, which I do still think is the more likely scenario. But if this does fail at this point and we start to go back down, that would be the target. Okay, so that is the bearish case for this. And there's a whole lot of stuff that I just wanted to share as well. I was going to make a video on this, but I didn't really know how to put it together in just a video. So I thought, you know what, I'll just put it in as a stream. And I've been preparing some stuff. There's a whole narrative around it as well, just after doing the research. The fact that COVID crash could have capped this bull run. Okay, so we've had an early start due to this black swan event, which has given no other option but up. And if you actually look at the percentages from our low here, which shouldn't really have been a low at that point, it may have capped this bull run up here. So you have this lower starting point due to the uncertain market conditions. You have a massive distribution up at these highs from larger investors after better than expected returns in Q1, but underperformance from retail and hype in Q2 and Q3. And I think that again is something that we've all seen in this market so far this year in Q2 and Q3. Q1 was like massively bullish. Q2, Q3, pretty awful. As a bull run is going, you wouldn't expect just 4 months of, yeah, okay, Bitcoin had a really good start to the year and a really good end to last year. But you wouldn't really be expecting price like this, like what we've seen. And I think that's mainly driven by a lack of, on this occasion so far, it hasn't really captured people's imagination like 2017 did. Yeah, you've had NFT hype. Yeah, you've had some alts doing okay. But it's been nothing like 2017. So I think that needs that second wave of the cycle to really get that adoption. And this is Bitcoin's chance to get adoption and crypto's chance to get adoption. I think, again, if we're looking more bearish, then we'd be looking at a macro downtrend, something like .com bubble burst in 1999 that can lead to like years and years of a downtrend. And I'm going to show you a MicroStrategy chart in a minute that can just show kind of how this can go if Michael Saylor is making the same mistake as he did in the .com bubble, where he lost more money than anybody else in that, and he could be ready to do the same thing again. Yeah, so there's this whole narrative. If this were to happen as well, I do believe that blockchain innovation moves more to traditional finance. Okay, the innovation has been there for the last 4 years. What if this has been that final markup for the people who have been doing all that innovation to sell at these highs, and then they all move into traditional finance? It moves back into centralization. This whole decentralized fairy tale thing ends. And then the money starts to flow back into stocks and back into banks and elsewhere, which is a very real possibility. We've got CBDCs coming out. We've got a whole lot of stuff in traditional finance that doesn't really need crypto. So it's all up to the people. And if this has failed to capture people's imagination like 2017 did, then this is where we're headed. And you can kind of, yeah, that's why we'd be heading back down to $1,000 or something. and it will become more of a trader's market. We've seen that this year. It's very much futures driven, very much derivatives driven. We're not seeing so much spot trading. And yeah, Bitcoin would become more of a store of value. It would lose its appeal, more of a macroeconomic and political shift into control and away from decentralization. And that's like the bearish case. So that is what I do think will happen if Bitcoin doesn't go on a second bull run. Okay. So we're like, Bitcoin doesn't go wave 2 bull run, crypto is fucked. It's over. Okay. That's just, yeah. After doing a lot of research and having read a lot of these things, this is why I'm so almost so confident myself and so happy to position myself in that I don't think this is a likely scenario, but I do want to make people aware of it because there is a possibility that this could happen. And I'm going to share the MicroStrategy chart as well, just again, because I think this is really interesting. So this is MicroStrategy, right? Bitcoin's biggest bull. What happened to MicroStrategy during the dot-com boom and bust? Okay, so this is MicroStrategy when they started. So Michael Saylor's company starting in 1998. What happened during that big bull run? During the dot-com bubble, okay? This is Saylor, Michael Saylor basically. And there was some really weird shit he got done for a lot of weird shit, like during all of this, but their stock went from $70 to $3,500. So within the space of a year. Okay. So remember, this is Bitcoin's probably biggest hero at the moment. And this is what happened to his company in something comparable. Went up 4,300%. Okay. And then what happened? You have the crash, which is almost like what we're looking at now. Okay. Leverage wiped out. You go into a consolidation phase. Yeah, they didn't have a second high that got put in, but you could call that this. But then wind things on, and I think this is what people are looking at is, okay, Bitcoin's not really going to go back into this old range, but what if it does? And then you're looking down here, and MicroStrategy, one of the heroes of Bitcoin and crypto, losing 99.87% of its value and never recovering it again. And that's what apart until he gets into Bitcoin, obviously, at this time. But that's how I think how much it does mean to just, yeah, crypto in general, that we do get that second wave higher. Otherwise you get caught into an old range and you don't really want to be anywhere near the stuff after that. But having said all of that, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. So yeah, that was just the research I've been doing. I might put it into a video, just a bearish and a bullish case, if I can explain it. But overall, locally, everything looking good. But if it does collapse from this point, it's not just going to take you to 27k, or it's not just going to take you to 20k and then we're going to go on another bull run. I generally do think if we do break down from this point, that whole kind of crypto dream is over. Because it can't fail at 65k. It would just be such poor performance. So it's not gonna. And we're gonna be going to 100k this year. And then maybe higher after that. So yeah, there's my thoughts. So, should we get to some price action? Does anyone have any questions? That was about, well, I don't know how long I was just ranting on for about stuff. At least I've wasted almost half an hour of this final hour of trading. Before we go into Q4. VWAP Fib. VWAP Fib is drinking the vodka. I've got a bit of a bottle of wine. Got a nice bottle of red wine. Well, half a bottle of red wine. I did drink half of it a few days ago. And I'm just going to finish it off tonight. So I've got everyone really thinking now, haven't I? Got everyone really panicked and really worrying. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just an if it happens. It's just it's going to be pretty nasty if this doesn't hold, and this is why I'm so bullish, and I'm like massively positioned into longs right now, because if we lose this level, and I do think it is as simple as this, if we lose 40k, we're probably never going to see a Bitcoin bull run again during with Bitcoin and crypto market being like it is. I think it will all get absorbed into normal finance, and you'll see things like a lot of things like Cardano, some of the major projects, they will do IPOs, and you'll just see this start to move into stock market. And Bitcoin just becomes a thing that was for innovation, and then that innovation did what it needed to do. It's proved that it can do technical stuff as well as the internet now. So it's proven that blockchain has proven that it's good enough. So now it's just a case of whether things get decentralized or whether that gets absorbed into just normal tech. So it's, yeah. But it's not going to. And Bitcoin will still change the world. So what are we looking at? I'm going to go back onto this total market cap, because I really do like this. Okay. Greg, just passing by, I know you speak to JJ from time to time. Knowing his business, how on earth would such a clever person like you still rely on TA? I'm baffled. Other than that, great content, mate. I don't quite know what you're getting at, because if you're talking about knowing the business of a market maker, how do you think they move the markets? How do you think they find targets? It's through technical analysis. They're not just going to go, oh, I'm just going to pump Bitcoin up by like for the next 4 hours and see where it gets to. It's just, yeah, that just doesn't happen. If you're a market maker, you're going to be looking at the charts, right? We don't live, we're not. So again, just on the JJ thing, and JJ's great. Like JJ is a really good friend of ours, but the time in which he was a market maker were when people would literally just get on their phone and say, just pump this. Yeah? That doesn't happen anymore. People are in front of computer screens. They're looking at charts, which is why technical analysis is important. And if there are the market makers within crypto are there with screens all around them with charts on them, yeah? And you're looking at Almeida Research, you're looking at all of these guys who are on the exchanges. The market makers are the exchanges. So TA is king now, and everything is technical. Everything. There is a technical reason for every single thing that happens. There is nothing random about the market at all. And yeah, that's that is all I have to say on that matter. Or were you just saying you're not sure why I rely on TA because because I know how market makers work? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not bashing TA. Maybe you're just saying, why am I still relying on it? Because I don't need to. But I do need to. Everyone needs to. TA is the only way you can trade. Moon phases. Yeah. There we go. If we're not, moon phases are great. Should we bring that indicator up? I'm gonna add that to my favorite. Moon phases actually, genuinely caught the low, right? Caught the high. Had a nice little pivot down here. Had a nice little pivot here. Got the short squeeze. Got this big move down. Every time we have a full moon, we get a pivot. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, I'm not going to look at moon phases anymore. But it's been surprisingly good. Motus, hello. All right. What is price doing right now? Whoops. Anthony Notorious POP Holloway. Nothing is random. He speaks the truth. The bottom of the Bitfinex wall is gone. Let's have a look at that. Is FTX still passive on this? Because that would be interesting. Oh, I need to remember. Literally, they tell me this all the time. The guys at Trading Light are like, just use right click. It will help you zoom and you don't look like a prat when you're zooming in and out. And I always forget to do it. It's looking alright. The bottom of Bitfinex wall has gone. Was there a wall on here? Bitfinex is looking alright. Yeah, Fib, maybe you just need to reload your chat. I don't know. Do I still what? Green gal. Do I still something? Harry Wills. I believe that is some inside joke from some marketing company. In answer to your question. Anthony 82, any good info on how to read that chart? Is this the the TPO or the heat map. Sorry, because of the lag, I'm not entirely sure what you're looking at when you ask this question. Yeah, everyone, let's get the likes up a little bit on here. That'll be that'll be nice. If everyone could smash up the likes, please do that. I'm just looking forward to the day where like we have 500 viewers in here and not like 50 viewers in here. One day we'll be there. One day. This sandy looking one. Okay. So what this chart, I'm going to be doing some videos on this. Well, I might be doing some videos on this. Basically, yeah, no, I will be doing some videos on this. So what you're looking at on this chart is what, if it loads. Cool. All right, I'll keep going. Yeah, what you're looking at these chart is all of these lines that you're seeing here. So if I zoom in like a lot on here, okay, you can start to see all these numbers. Let's just go onto a 1 minute chart and let's start to have a look at this. And this is probably the easiest way for me to explain this. So you see all these numbers here. So these are orders on the books. These are limit orders, okay? So we can show everything on this chart by doing this. So this is what you have on every single dollar of price action. You have, so what we're looking at on FTX, you've got 35 Bitcoin that people are wanting to buy. Here you've got someone wanting to sell 177 Bitcoin up here, and you can see how that keeps changing. Okay, so this is what's going on at limit. The thing that you have, I don't know if you're familiar with exo charts and stuff, all that shows you is what's going on at market. So this just gives you that data that you're missing to know what people are doing at limit. So if you know that someone somewhere around here, let's zoom out on this chart, and if you know that there is someone at, there's not really much going on. The market's so thin at the moment. The books are so thin. There's no one trading this shit. Okay, here you go. So you know that there is someone here that wants to sell, it's not even big, it wants to sell 53 Bitcoin at 45k. Okay, you can almost take advantage of that and look to use that information in your trading. So this has been really useful when you've seen FTX have been so passive. This is not a good example at all. Let's just go over here. Let's go on to Binance. Here's a better example. Okay, so here's a 1 minute chart on Binance. What is happening right now on Binance is someone is here holding Bitcoin up with 270 Bitcoin that they are willing to buy, which tells me price is going higher. Okay, so we are about to get a move higher going into this candle close. It's almost certain. And where price is going to go is right here, because someone is going to sell 1,000 Bitcoin, almost 1,000 Bitcoin at 43,975. So from this information, I am pretty much certain that in the next couple of minutes, we're going to get a move to $41,980, because this is being, there is so much, the volume at the moment is so low that if you see a buy wall on Bitcoin like this, there is no chance that that's breaking through unless they pull this. So as long as this stays here, Bitcoin is not going below $43,780, because they are holding this up, and there's really not a lot more going on. So that you can just look at this and be quite confident that, okay, we're about to see a move up into these highs, and then you can start to take a look at what that is on here. Okay, So where are these limit orders stacked? So 43,980. You can bring that over here, 43,980. It's only like a tiny bit higher. But it's very likely, I think, at this stage, unless this gets pulled, that we're going to see this move up here. So we'll see what happens. I was hoping, I was kind of doing that in a sensationalist kind of way. And now I was going to dump because I said the opposite. But anyway, they're holding this up. And you're seeing absorption. Then what you can do is you can go on to XO charts. You can start to see if other exchanges are doing the same. Other exchanges aren't. So there's, like, on this example, Bybit are quite heavily stacked on the ask side, so they're trying to sell this. But this buy wall is still holding on Binance, and they're still happy to buy at this price. So price can keep going into here. They keep getting these long positions filled, and they're absorbing all of the selling that's going on right now. So there's probably a lot of people shorting it. They're absorbing all of this selling. Every time it comes back into this, it's not going any lower. Okay, and then they're looking to sell up at this price point up here. Hassan Ali, I will check the VWAP from all-time high in a minute. I know what you're saying. What exchange, actually, before I do that, Hassan, what exchange do you want me to look at for the VWAP from all-time high? Because it's very different depending on what exchange. Do you have any insight on the past two rises we had during Asia session with the general decline in open interest during both rises? Yeah, I can tell you what the trade was for yesterday's open. Okay, so if you're in the crew, actually, who here is in the crew? I'm gonna ask the crew what happened on yesterday's daily open. What did we get? What was the trade that happened straight away as the Asia market opened yesterday on the daily candle close / open? So it was the first trade that came of the day. Remembering that yesterday we started right here, okay? So here's yesterday's daily open. Here is obviously today. So what happened yesterday? Let's see what the chat says. Let's see if people who are in the crew are listening to what I'm saying every day on the charts. There you go. They've got it. They've all got it. Good. So what we had yesterday, and I think previously to that as well, we did have this VWAP Open Drive setup, which is a really nice, easy to trade setup that you can do basically on every single daily open. I don't know if I've done this as a... Have I done this as a public video? I've done one of my VWAP ones as a public one. Have they just sold through this? Not yet. Oh, they've pulled this now. Binance have pulled the bid, so this might come down now. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, so what you have on your daily open, you have a quick move down. Okay, grab some liquidity at the lows below before taking out your daily open, coming back into VWAP. And then what happens at VWAP, you're on very low volume. You have a spike of volume buying coming in, and you ride that trade all the way up to 43k when you get this spike here on this weekly open that happened here. So that was a really nice trade to start the day. The thing with that is everything at the moment, the reason why, okay, this is the reason why it took it took out so much open interest is because look at where we were in the chart. And I don't even need to look at open interest to know for certain that we had a bullish move up when everyone was bearish. Okay, entire market. And the last thing I said before I went to bed last night was like, it doesn't have to take the lows. Just be aware. Don't be afraid to buy this region because it doesn't have to take the lows. And I think what we had, so many people shorting within this area. So many people shorting, expecting it to take the low, getting overexposed into short positions. What does price do? It starts to have a little bounce and then it just squeezes out all of those short positions that are caught down here, liquidated. Every single one of those short positions that's probably, if you're looking for a move just down here and a short just to here, you're probably like 20, 50x or something liquidated. Okay, and that's the reason why there's been a drop off in open interest, because all of these positions that open down here, the majority of them shorts will have been stopped out or liquidated from this move. So we can have a look over there and we can just take a quick look at exactly what happened. And really without even needing to, basically pay that much attention, you can see this negative delta at the lows here. Okay, so lots of shorting coming into the lows. Then you have your open interest. What happens? You open the day, big squeeze up, have all this buying that comes into it. These traders down here are now trapped. So you've got about, from a 70 million candle, you got negative 15 million delta. So you're looking at, 50 million compared to 35, 40 million compared to 35. About 40 million dropped off of the open interest. So if you've got about that much shorts going on there and the open interest drops by kind of that amount, then yeah, it's just a short squeeze. And that's what we saw yesterday. So that is why open interest drops when you get something like this that's overly bearish. When people are overly bearish, you have a rise up in price, open interest will drop on that. That's not meaning, and there's a misconception that that's unhealthy. When you get a rise with a decline in open interest, it's not unhealthy. If it's in the context of a short squeeze, you want to see open interest decreasing, and then you want to see it start to increase as it forms a range up at those highs for continuation. Okay. The long would have been the retest of the VWAP, David Spencer. Yes, exactly. So this is what you do, and this is a trade that I take every time I do trade the daily open, and we've got that in 5 minutes. So we'll watch this now. So this is a little public freebie for the not that many people that are watching this, but this is a little public freebie, okay? Because I think we could see something like this. So what we're looking for on the daily open in a minute is for a quick spike down, maybe in the first 10 minutes or so, take out daily open, come into VWAP, and then get a bounce off of that. So we'll have to make sure we're watching this as it happens. How are we set up as well for the end of this session? So we've got our monthly candle close. We know that the monthly candle close is going to be absolutely fine. It's really quite bullish. So we could be setting up for this right now. So what it appears to be at this stage, and this was what happened. So you can see here that Binance pulled this bid. So there was the attempt to put it higher. So what this seems to have been now is that this was being held up there to sell. So it does seem like we're going to be getting a move down, because if they're holding it up here, this would then be to sell. If it's not going to be to try and sell up here, then it's just to sell within this area. They were looking to sell this area and then move it down. But yeah, we got 4 minutes to go, and I am achy as always. Possible 80 to the downside. Ooh. So someone, who was it that asked earlier if I'm looking at the first pump, second dump? Maybe we're going to get that the other way around. Possibly. Actually, this wouldn't be so bad at all. This is just keeping it within the range. Our value area for this range today is really, really tight. So yeah, I think an 80% setup to bring us down to 42,900 is reasonable for 43k. Yeah. Oops. P, is this posted on Twitter as well? That would be nice if it's posted on Twitter. Bum, 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 bum. I have an achy neck. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be looking at this, aren't they? So these are those 4-hour highs. We can get a close above there. Quite nice. 493, thank you very much. I'm glad you are enjoying the content. I'm actually going to post this somewhere else. See, Ira Kanji. Open Drive VWAP never works when I trade it. So, everyone, let me just go onto a clean chart. Welcome to October. Fireworks. This is my little party popper thing. Cheers. We survived September. We survived the. All right. How do you We survived the historical worst month in crypto history. So we can put on some party music. As you know, I can't put on some party music because I'll get a ban. All right. So we are seeing a move up on the new day so far. Let's reset EXO. Anthony, yes. So you can trading view is fine for trading this move. So let's just go on to the 1 minute chart and we'll take a look at it on trading view. So we have our new daily open right here, which is our new monthly open. So what you'd actually say here, the first move is up. So the probability of this getting continuation, if the first move is up, and this is where you have a crowded trade, okay? So we're looking at quite a crowded trade. The chances are the main move will be down, okay? So this does slightly skew it. If you get a quick move up, catch people thinking, oh my god, we're going to pump to the moon, it's October, oh, it's so bullish, we've got rid of September, oh, it's amazing, happy days, we're going to long, we're going to go to the moon. Chances are we're probably going to go down, okay? In the first few hours of today, we are probably going to go down. So we'll see if we can take these highs. It would be really nice if it can take these highs. That's not the highs. What am I on about? That's the 4-hour high, okay. So the chances are, overall, from this, you'll get a move up. You're going to get everyone long here, and we can use EXO for this. So this is a nice little thing. Everyone goes long. So you induce traders into going long at this point. Let's take a look at the 1 minute chart. This could keep going on for a few minutes. Normally it's like 10-15 minutes this will take to play out. So you'll be looking for a move up to lose at this point this daily open. And then we would take the VWAP back down into the 80% setup, because we do have a confirmed 80% setup, okay? Here's our daily open, here's our previous day value area. So we will have this potential setup. So if price does come down, gets acceptance within this area, that does set you up for a short down here. And at that point, I think if we're going to go short down here, we probably take out these lows and we probably come down to these single print lows. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're going to test this VWAP drive. It's not anything that's going to be a rush. So we've had the first move is up. So realistically, the only way you can short this now probably is from, I mean, the only way you can trade this, as it wouldn't be so much an open drive anymore. You'd probably be doing like a kind of a rejection reversal kind of thing from this. I call it the open drive because it is a drive when it opens. It always does drive when it's open. But you're trading the VWAP, you'd be looking for this, and then you'd be shorting it down to here. So I'll trade this if it happens. So we got our highs. I'm not sure we come into these highs. Market structure. Market structure is still bullish. Yeah, quarterly close as well. DXY looking bullish. I'm not so sure. I'm going to look at DXY. I'm not bullish on DXY. I think that's probably getting people into a false sense of security that dollar is going up. I would be very, very surprised to see DXY get through this level. Not that bullish on it. Really not. I think what we'll probably see is maybe it takes these highs and then it just comes back down to the range lows again. You'll be looking at a deviation up at these highs. That's all I'm looking at on there. We're top of the range. Not that bullish. How can you tell it's not just an open drive? Good point. It could be an open drive. I just don't think it is. I don't think we've got the volume to really drive on open. Let's see if it can hold VWAP at this point. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to get the little rejection and you're going to get the short down here. Okay, sorry, yeah, we can have a look at the DXY. quarterly. And we'll have a look at the Bitcoin quarterly as well, yeah? Four months. Nah. You got a quarterly close below. Is it? Is it below liquidity? You got a quarterly close right at it, like literally to that cent. What am I doing 4 months? It's 3 months. Fool. Quarter. I was wondering why that hadn't closed. 4 months? What a muppet. Baron, I know. I realised my mistake. Don't make me seem silly on the chat. It's the lag. I didn't realise I clicked on 4 months. I thought I clicked on like quarter. I wasn't paying attention. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think that's a very bullish candle. Meh. What is Bitcoin like? Is Bitcoin a bullish candle? Bitcoin's quarterly. We fill it VWAP. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. You'd want to see it take out these lows, ideally as well. And for this to trade, I think if I'm going to take a short, I also want to see VWAP come below that daily open also. So if this can, it's kind of choppy right now, not so sure on direction. I'd expect some absorption on this new monthly open. So we have put in a little wick to the upside here. I probably think that we do go down over the first few hours of the day. Let's see what happens if it takes out this low. If we can get a move in, VWAP comes down to meet at this point within the next 10-15 minutes, because I'm going to log off soon. I do need to get some sleep. And then what that gives you, very simply, I probably target the weekly open, because we still have this as a weekly open down here. So I probably target a trade something along these lines if we can get it. Whoa, everything's disappeared. Yeah, something around here if VWAP is giving us confidence with that. Just look at USD JPY. This should tell you what you can expect from the DXY tomorrow. DXY is still trading though, isn't it? I don't think that's closed just yet. We're still going. Yeah, we're still going on the DXY. Crypto Prince 886. They hit the local 886. So if we're doing, you got it. We got the 886, yeah. Nice. Well done. Farron, remember the moving average weekly chart I posted in general chat a few days ago? Can you check that again? Probably not. I'm not going to check. I I vaguely remember it. Thing is, I'm doing so much stuff I do every day. Yeah. Are you talking about holding the 21-week EMA, or at least like not holding the 21-week EMA because it didn't, and then now we're back above it? So yeah. Previous day value areas. Ah, is there an indicator for that? Can't be bothered. Previous day point of control. 43,300. Previous day value area low is. I'm sure I've got these already on here. But let's just add them. PDPOC. PDVal is 42,880. I'm going to check these levels in a minute. This is just what the bot tells us. That's not right. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. 42,880 is good enough. I'm happy with that. 43,589. 43,584. Why are these so different? 878. Let's just add it as the problem. Bot's always lying, yeah. 43,584. There it is. The 80% setup. So actually, hey, if we're gonna go down here, we're gonna go down here as well, aren't we? Dumb bit. Oh, there we go. There was the VWAP. There was our VWAP. Okay. So we've come into VWAP. Binance has done it. That's often probably better. Chasing bags. Use session volume. I missed it as well because I was doing stuff. But yeah, we do have this play here now. Maltus, but view up not under daily open. No, it doesn't. It's preferable that it would be. It doesn't have to be. We're probably going to come back into it a few times. So I don't think we're just going to drop straight down. Like maybe we move into... That's wrong. BD var. Previous day value high. I'm leaving these levels as this. I think they're close enough. I don't care. Yeah, maybe we get moved down. I think it's still quite early on. We're what? Okay, we're 20 minutes into the day. I'm going to go to bed in a minute. But look, that's like... What are we talking? $30? It's close enough. It's a good region to take a short within this area. If it can come down and then do this, and this does hit it, and then we meet it and we come down, then great. I do take profit here. I'd certainly do take profit here. I'd certainly do take profit here. But this is a nice way to get in to a possible 80% setup, which can take you down here. Baran just posted the chart in general chat. Let's have a look. All right. Yeah, I know the chart you're on about. I don't think that's going to happen. So this is the chart that you posted, right? And you're looking down here at this area. So we've got this going on. Price came down. I need context, man. I need context for this. I don't see this as being likely. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. If we come down towards... Okay, yeah, maybe we can test the 28k lows again. But if we do start to take out 28k and we come down to like 25, something like that, I think it's all over for Bitcoin. This is the retest. This is where it has to hold. Actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. This is the retest. If not, we're going into like macro insane bear market. Like, no chance of ever. Like, it's just done. Bitcoin done. If we fail to bounce from this level, I'm so bullish right now. That's not going to happen. I'm happy to trade this stuff locally, and all this does here is give us a pullback to within the same range. But I'm still really bullish right now. I just don't see those bear scenarios playing out. I don't see any reasonable way in which they can right now. Just yeah. Stop above the IB high, potentially. Yeah. Well, we've not put in the initial balance at the moment, so that's still ongoing, of course. But yeah, your stop would be at these highs. So you'd be taking a short right now, looking for this to go lower. Okay, we've taken out the daily open. We're getting this little rejection here. We're getting absorption. Your invalidation would be up here, and your target ultimately would be down here, with take profits being fairly straightforward. Did you already get into some alts? I've been accumulating some alts. I have definitely been accumulating some alts. My alt bags are good. My alt bags are strong. Strong alts. But anyway, alts will be another day, maybe another video. Cool. I'm going to call it there. We know what we're looking at right now. I'm in a short position, and we'll see how that plays out. So thank you very much for watching. Okay, sorry. I'm in a scalp short position / day trade short position that I'm going to hold overnight. I've already set my stop loss. I'm massively long on Bitcoin overall. Okay, so I'm in a short position, but I am massively long overall. So very, very happy to just take this as a quick trade to see what happens from that. But yeah, thanks everyone. Please do smash up the likes again if you have not already done so. That will help everything that we're doing here. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, I guess. Stream tomorrow, Friday, probably stream.